Well, ladies and gentlemen, Jay here with Naj and Jay, and I am absolutely honored to have this opportunity to have a conversation with Representative Morrison. I will let you do all the talking. Please let the people know what we are here for and why you organized this really important event.
Yeah, so I'm thrilled, first of all, with the turnout. It's amazing,
fantastic.
and we're still waiting on some people. But this is an LGBTQ youth march against hate. This is part of a series of nationwide marches today. If you go out online and find the site, it's so cool because you see all the dots all over the United States where this is happening today. And we're here really because of what we see in the nation right now. There are several hundred anti-LGBTQ pieces of legislation in state legislatures across the nation right now. It's a record number. Also, 14 states this year already, by March, have passed anti-LGBTQ legislation. You know, we're being attacked from every angle. We've even got our drag queens being attacked. We've got our youth being attacked. We've got especially transgender folks being attacked. So we're here to just say, we're here, we're not going anywhere, and to send a message to our youth especially that you are valued and seen and loved.
Now, was this event organized specifically due to what happened in Nashville, or was this something that was on the fire a little bit earlier because of the other stuff going on?
It was earlier, yeah.
Okay.
This really was in response to what we see going on around the nation in legislatures and other areas. But also, today is the International Day of Transgender Visibility.
Okay.
So it worked out well to kind of combine the two. So
Sure,
yeah.
absolutely. So what kinds of things are being done in Delaware to protect, everyone's rights in that regard?
Yeah. The good news is we've already done a lot, which is terrific. Delaware has really been a leader in LGBTQ plus issues in a lot of ways, but there's a lot more to do. And now that we have 5 members of the LGBTQ community, including myself down in Dover, we're working on legislation right now, and we've already gotten some passed. Last year I worked with Senator Marie Pinckney and the Attorney General's office to really modernize and significantly update our hate crimes legislation, which was really important. So we're working through different pieces, yeah.
Gotcha. Is there anything else that you would like to let the people know or kind of say with regards to what's happening today at this event?
Just anybody who can't be here and who's watching this, who may be LGBTQ plus or who may be thinking of coming out or who is struggling, just know that there are people who care about you, know that there are resources out there for you, know that Delaware has a lot of great, terrific groups for the LGBTQ community, and you're not alone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. The Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that." Today, with every ounce of hate thrown at us, we return a pound of love. Today is about power. We gather today to take back our power. American abolitionist Frederick Douglass said, "Power concedes nothing without a demand. It never did, and it never will. If there is no struggle, there is no progress." Today we make a demand. We demand that members of our community enjoy the equality, opportunities, and sense of safety that should be afforded every human being.
There was only one therapist in this state at the time. One. I don't know if you're listening, but Jill Galmer, you saved our family's life. When I emailed Jill about my 3-year-old who had at this point been diagnosed as clinically depressed in the 98th percentile, it was a book. I'm like, my child has stopped talking. My child is not answering to her name. And I was like, I was watching, like I'm watching my child die in front of me and I don't know what to do. And she wrote me back like within 20 minutes. She only saw adults at that point in time. But her email said, I would like for you to come in because I think we can set a precedent. She had colleagues tell her if she helped us, she could lose her license. And it wasn't a good idea. And in the most professional of terms, she said, go fuck yourself. And she saved our family. She was the one who finally, after months, and for for the haters are like, you're just letting your kids do it. No, we do go through so much to make sure everything is right. When she said you have a choice to make, a happy little girl or a dead little boy, I was like, well, you know what? I guess I'm going to have a daughter. And I'm so blessed to have her. She will be 20 years old in October. So from 4 to 20, this child has never wavered. But it was very lonely. Every mommy group we had been in told us to leave. Several of my friends, with the exception of their godmother, who thankfully I've been friends with for over 30 years, left. My family stopped talking to me for 2 years, and I was alone. But in the end of the day, was I really? You know why? And for all you parents and all you educators and anyone here today who is like, I'm going through this, I know someone who is going through this, they feel very alone, let them know about this. Because what I didn't realize was while I was feeling alone, you were all waiting. And I'm so grateful to have such a beautiful family.
Sure, you could call me a woman, but you'd be a bit wrong. I am like a woman in the way I persevere in the face of adversity, in the way I'm both soft and strong. Sure, you could call me a woman, but you could also call me a tree. In the way that my roots grow deep, in the way that I am flexible and constantly grow. Sure, you could call me a tree, but you could also call me a mountain. In the way that I stand tall, in the way I am grounded and steady. Sure, you could call me a mountain, but you could also call me an ocean. The way I am both peaceful and ferocious, the way I have so many stories and secrets to share. You could call me the ocean, but you could also call me the sun. In the way I am powerful, in the way I am bright and I share my energy with those around me. Sure, you could call me the sun, but you could also call me the moon. In the way that I am intuitive, in the way I am magical and ever-changing. You could call me the moon, or the sun, or the ocean, or a mountain, a tree, or even a woman. I am like all of these beautiful features of nature, but I am as much a woman as I am a tree.
So could you please just tell everybody why you're here and what the whole event means to you?
I'm here just because all of this is really important to me, and fighting for myself and everybody else who this affects is really important to me. I've seen a lot of people lose their life and lose who they are because of all the hate and all the things that are wrong with our legislation, and it's really important to me that I fight and that I make the world better for other people.
Absolutely. How did you hear about the event?
My friend Vivi reposted it on Instagram, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna go with you.
Awesome, awesome. Can I ask one question? A little bit personal. How old are you?
15.
15, okay. So for how long has this issue been impacting you personally?
I've known I was trans since I was 10.
Okay.
And so that long. And I had a lot of issues with family and with parents and people at my school. So it's just always been something that's really affected me. And it took me a long time to be able to be comfortable and do the things that I do.
How did you get comfortable?
I just did. It took a while of figuring out who I was and going through a lot of different stuff and trying out different labels and ways of existing until I finally found something that I was comfortable with.
Mm-hmm. A couple more questions. Well, the last big question I'll ask you is like, what advice would you give to someone in your age bracket who is struggling with the same dilemma?
Can I curse?
Absolutely.
Okay. Fuck anybody who tells you not to tell other people, not to show yourself and be who you are. Who you are, no matter what, in any form is okay. Even if you're one of the cringe gay kids who wears bunny hats and wears pride flags to school, it doesn't matter. If that's what makes you happy, do it and be who you are and be whatever makes you happy, because eventually you're gonna find the people that make you happy. I have an amazing group of friends and an amazing boyfriend who I love more than anything. And eventually you'll get there.
Do you think, last question, that things are moving in the right direction overall?
I think yes and no. I think legislatively we're moving backwards. I think so many politicians and people are trying to erase us and bring us back to where we were. But I think we're getting louder and we're getting stronger. And they obviously can't erase us because if they were to kill every trans person alive right now, tomorrow another one would be born. Another 1,000 would be born.
I can dig it.
They can't get rid of us. And so we're getting louder and more proud, and they can't stop that.
Is there anything else you want to say before we end this little interview? And I thank you for your time.
No.
Okay, thank you. You're brave. Thank you.
Yeah.